When should you have the pubertal conversation, that the changes that your child will go through when they enter the adolescent period? Well, it definitely shouldn't be when they're already experiencing the changes. You should start from an earlier age, around age 7, 8, 9, or even earlier if they have asked a few questions here and there about why people look a certain way and others don't. So that conversation needs to begin early, and then you start from where they are, first finding out what do they know about the changes that someone experiences as they enter the adolescent period. If they don't know much, then you can have that conversation from the beginning. If they already know a few things here and there, what your role will be to come in and fix and just add what they do not know, or take away what is inappropriate or not the right way to view themselves or the changes that they will experience. But generally, here are 5 areas that you need to have that conversation with them. It's about their body growth. You need to explain that their height and their weight will change even as they enter the adolescent period, and it can start as early as 10, 11, or even 9 years, that they will start to see their weight shift when others are okay, or even their height and their arms length, their legs also will begin to change even as they progress on around age 14, 15 there as they go along. So that aspect needs to be brought out clearly, and then explaining that these changes occurs at different periods for different people, and they shouldn't compare or make fun of someone who's going through the changes in a different way. And also the hair development, that is something we overlook or we do not talk about, though sometimes they might see the hair that we have under our armpit and they might comment, why do you have hair there? That is the perfect time to have that conversation about the hair growth that they will experience as they continue on in the adolescent period, and just preparing them that it is a normal process and how to take care of their hygiene with regards to those areas. The third thing is the skin and sweat changes that will occur. You should tell them that their skin, their face will change. They might begin having pimples here and there, or they may begin to sweat a lot or to shine a bit. So explain that, and in the aspect of sweating, tell them that that sweat will not have a not so good smell, that they need to take care of their hygiene, and also what they can use if it is appropriate and if it is convenient or appropriate for you as your family to use the roll-on and the likes. So that aspect needs to be communicated well, so that it doesn't affect their self-image when they think that they are the only ones having this smelly sweat, their skin changing in a certain way, and explaining to them that every person develops differently, even in their class. If they develop earlier or later, every change varies according to where they are at the moment. And then explain to them emotional and mood changes that will occur, because sometimes it can be surprising for these children when they start feeling this irritability, a certain sadness that they cannot explain. Like for my daughter, once in a while she'll come and tell me, I just feel like crying, or I feel sad and I don't know why. So you need to explain that that is a normal change that occurs, because this adolescent or this preteen will start thinking that they are the only ones who are weird, going through these changes that is happening, and that might drive them down the rabbit hole, and they might experience depression or any other issue, or just low self-esteem because of that aspect. And lastly, you need to talk about the changes in their private parts and what it all means for the girls and also for the boys as they develop, and just explaining how the size would change and what would happen maybe early in the morning for the boys, and also for the girls as you prepare them in aspect of the menses and all that comes along with it. So first and foremost, you need to assess where your child is at, and then now have that conversation as you build up on it in different ways as you talk about it. I hope this has helped. In case of any concern, you can always inbox me and we can have a private conversation.